Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return as a coverage unit right on top of it. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Williams moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Quarterback making adjustments. Using his legs, it's Coleman. Maybe some room here. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in, and I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Coleman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The run to the left. Backfield, 8 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. Myers on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball spit out wide to a playmaker, being ready for it, and getting him up.
Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off play action on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside, it's Wilson. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Williams throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable.
There's some room. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
Number 31, set to kick this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 35, he's got room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down.
Makes a grab and room to run. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Wilson. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding, all right? This offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Jackson gonna throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. The run inside. It's Coleman. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Williams on the play fake. Still looking. Starts to scramble to the left. Hit as he throws. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Throwing, Williams. He slings it deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. It's Williams again. Fires to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Williams, under fire, and he never had a chance. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Play action with Williams. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Here's Williams to throw. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. Touchdown Tide. Gets it into the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Jackson will throw. On the move, he fires. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Alabama sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Reese?
All right, Holly. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He's not afraid to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Williams, under fire, unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Motion from the wide receiver. Go, go! Williams to the air again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they've built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing, Williams. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Williams looking for a man. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin our whip around with Florida in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Mississippi State head coach at the half. They have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the third quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Wilson on the carry. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Here's the pressure. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Running inside, it's Wilson. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. Officials are stopping the clock as there is still a Mississippi State player down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion.
Let it go.
Play fake, Williams. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He breaks a tackle. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Coleman. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. He's loose at the 15. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Go, go!
Williams on the play fake. Bringing the heat. He wants to go deep. Got it down the field. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down will open up the final period. Williams throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Check.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
62-24 home. Ready, go!
Running inside. It's Coleman. Can't get him to the ground. Got a little grass. Another, and runs through another one. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Rush is on him. And they got him.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Takes the handoff. It's Crosby. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to impose their will with the run. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Williams to throw. Gonna take a shot. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Williams will pass. Stepping to the right. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is...
Snags it and he's open. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, this is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Florida Gators. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. They say the tight end's always open, and that's what Josh Ford thinks. 5 catches in their last win, a couple of them going for touchdowns.
You know, what's interesting is you look at the win streak this team is on. You took a look at the offense, especially on film. The tight end is the guy that really stands out. And he's such a unique tool. He's so
turning it on! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Right back to the well. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And
fires toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's Coleman. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Play action with Williams. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
The Gators offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They give it to him again, and they get him down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep. End zone, it'll come out to the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Williams fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Reads it, fires complete.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the counter. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. The give on the counter. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going for it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to fire. The screen, he can go. He'll make his way to the corner. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Looking to throw again. Caught on the left side by Wilson. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They'll move the wide receiver to the air on second down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's what...
Maybe a crease. Made a defender miss. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points up with that 79-yard run to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
The Gators will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Throwing, Williams. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They went for it all on first down, didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Coleman. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Quarterback running on the draw, finding some room. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snatch it down the right side. Here he goes. Into the house. Touchdown, Gators.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Give to the fullback. Runs through a tackle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their neck.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Under fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, the 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense sustains a massive loss.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the 3rd quarter. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Off the play fake on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. So now it's second and long. The run inside. It's Gibson. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Running inside, it's Coleman. He now has 85 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They go right back to him. I'd have a chance.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown.
Number 31. Set to pass on the ball.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game
Makes the grab in their space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a heat. Buried before he could blink.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Makes it past the marker. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Williams lets it fly. Upstairs to make the catch. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
In the red area, it's Coleman. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Some misdirection with the counter. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That's reeled in. It's Gibson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. Play fake, Williams. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's Williams to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Plows through the defense. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the tie. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got him. Nice move to keep running. Still making moves. There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. And the Gators want to move quickly.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Now from inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Gators trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Looking to throw. Under fire. And down he goes. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Gators.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Looking to throw on first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Corner's going to give them room. Finds the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quarterback making checks. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There's a little room there. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Once he got some room, it was over. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Complete out left to Wilson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this.
He tries to take the top off. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking for the score. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll pull it down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Looking to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Completion for the 1st down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one.
First down.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's the pressure. And he can't make the connection on his 1st attempt. Let's see if he settles down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.